Morning. I've been watching the news all morning, as most of us have been, and the floods are continuing and they're taking in bigger areas, and we're getting all kinds of new flood people and new problems, and nobody seems to have the answers. It was surprising when this lady walked in my office this morning, and her first question was how bad the floods were and what do I do. So I spent the last 30 minutes talking to her. Now she's going to leave, and I'm going to pass on the conversation to you, what I had with her, because I think this is going to affect a lot of you out there. The big part of it is after the flood and you can get back into your home. You do not realize, but you do not need to have a contractor go in there instantly and tear your house all apart. Let me tell you why. You don't know what the adjuster is going to pay for. You don't know how much money you're going to get. You may not even have flood insurance. Why are you going to tear all the cabinets out of the kitchen and then live 6 months with no sink? The damage is already done. So it doesn't matter what day you tear them out. Every house I go into, it seems like the first two things that's attacked it is tear out the cabinets and tear out the bathrooms. Now, what do? If you go over to your house, you don't have a bathroom and you don't have a kitchen. Why not slow down a little bit, let an expert look at it, and think about it a little bit? Same thing with some of this trim and stuff. I'm watching them throw away 14, 16-foot lengths of trim that when you go back to buy is going to be $100 or more. So again, I'm trying to help this lady understand the whole flood program. So this is where I'm coming from this morning. Please call and get some answers. You don't have to hire me, but after 30 years, I know how to answer the questions. I know how to save you money. I know what to do first, so that down the road 6 months from now, your money's not all gone, your house is not fixed, and you're still looking out the window. Or you just filled your charge cards up, you just gave all your cash away, and the truck has drove away that was repairing your house. Start it out right, especially now that all the new ones. I can't do much for the older ones, except tell them to stop and tell me where they're at, and I can change things. But the new ones that are just getting flooded today and will be getting flooded all weekend, which is terrible. I've seen so much awesome damage and destruction, it's hard to believe. But there is a silver lining in some places. The people that don't have insurance, they need to get to FEMA. They need to get to their disaster center. They need to get their applications in. They need to get started. The ones that have flood insurance need to slow down and get their money right, then know how they're going to spend it. There's no sense tearing a house all apart and then you can't get it repaired for a year. Now everybody who talks to you is going to talk about mold and leaving the sheetrock in your house and so on and so forth. Well, I've been doing this 30-some years, and most of the mold and stuff doesn't show up overnight. And the sheetrock, if you remove it this afternoon or in the morning, it's not going to make a difference once you know why you're removing it. There's some places you do not want to remove it because you can't without the expense being so great. And then the other side of it is, what's wrong with waiting a couple, 3 days to see what the adjuster is going to pay? Not what your contractor wants to charge you, but what the adjuster is going to pay. I see the contractors all want to work off your insurance estimates. They need to work off their own estimates. They've all got machines and they know how to estimate. They've been doing this for years, I hope. So get a good estimate from them. You don't have to tell anybody what your insurance settlement was. That's your money and you got a right to sit there and control it. Please do. I'm going to close because I'm getting long-winded and I need a cup of coffee. But anytime you can call me for free. I'll give you the answers. You can throw them in the wastebasket if you don't like them. But they're going to be based on 30 years of flood recovery. Thank you kindly. This is Stan Miller again.